Hello, this is Diana Jarvis from the Young Reporter Scheme, and today I'm speaking to Nicola Evans, who did the scheme with us in 2015. Welcome, Nicola, and thank you for agreeing to talk to me today with this podcast. You did the scheme in 2015 and you won Best Reporter that year, and also won the Best Event, with your article about the new Riverside Play area opens in grand style. Tell me about your inspiration for writing that article.
So yeah, my inspiration for the article kind of came from just kind of hearing about the event locally. I'm really lucky that it took place, really close to my house, and I have, a lot of community connections. And I just attended the event because I was genuinely interested. I wanted to go and just speak to some of the people there. And I didn't really expect anything from it because it was, just the playground opening. But actually, when I started to speak to the people there, it kind of occurred to me that there were potentially some safety issues with it, which I ended up putting in my article, and I think made it into a pretty impressive article. So yeah, I was really happy that I did end up attending the event.
Yes, it was a good article, and obviously it won you top reporter at the end of the day, which is excellent. But how did you find the scheme? Because obviously you joined the year before and then was unable to do it. So how did you find it the second year?
Yeah, so the first year that I applied, I kind of submitted my application, and I dropped out before it started because I was really scared about the time commitment, and I was really interested in it, but yeah, it was definitely the time commitment. But the second, I did really regret that decision pretty much immediately once it started. So I made sure to apply the following year, and yeah, I really thought it was probably one of the best decisions that I made at school, particularly just for the experience that I gained, and the experiences that it has enabled me to have as a platform, particularly at university, which have been so beneficial, like to my CV and also to my confidence levels.
So you find the skills that you adopted while you were doing the scheme beneficial?
Definitely, I think it's not just a scheme for improving your writing. Obviously, that does come naturally with having to perfect and submit all these articles, but it also makes you more in touch with the community. It makes you more confident to go up and speak to people, and it definitely does come with time. I think when you start out, you have all these incredible ideas about all the articles you want to do, so it's quite easy at the beginning, and then as you get towards the middle of the scheme, potentially some of the really incredible ideas that you had before you started, you kind of think, oh, that might not be so feasible. I think it does get a bit difficult towards the middle, but then at the end, you've had some practice, and you've done it a few times and uploaded your articles, and so you can spot things and you pick up on things that you think, oh, that would be a really good article. And I think all my family kind of started getting involved. They were like, oh, you could write about that. So yeah, it was really great.
I suppose you grow during the time, don't you? Because your experience from the
Definitely.
beginning increases, and it probably makes you more confident as a person doing it.
Mm.
So when you left school, you went on to university, and what did you study
Mm.
there?
So I'm actually in my final year. I'm studying English and German at Nottingham. So yeah, definitely the best course for me. I like the fact that I'm doing a joint honours degree because I don't know, it gives a bit more versatility, and I feel like I've gained new skills from it. But I definitely always knew that I wanted to do English at least because I've always had a passion for writing and reading, and I've definitely been able to kind of explore my passion further in a more academic sense in my degree, but also extracurricularly, through a lot of the activities that I've taken on in the societies as well.
So, and you spent a year in Germany.
Yeah, so I spent last year in Munich, and I was working at a consulting firm right in the center, which was a really incredible opportunity. And I do miss it a lot, I think, especially with the pandemic. It's fond memories looking back.
So have you done a lot of writing since you've left? Have you done much journalism?
So since I left school, I've actually done a lot of different kinds of journalism, other than not just writing, for example. So I was really lucky to be able to do a 2-week placement at Condé Nast in Munich, which was incredible.
Oh,
And I was kind of
brilliant.
in the photo department of Vogue, and I got to go to see the kind of catalogue warehouse, and also attend a few meetings, which was really incredible. And then also at university, I've pretty much tried all the different angles of journalism. I've done uni radio. I did also another radio station that was in Derby, a kind of community radio, which was really a really interesting work placement, actually, just to kind of see, how a community radio station is run and the kind of issues that they speak about there. And I was also lucky enough to become the news editor of the Tab, which is basically a student-run organisation, but in a platform that allows students at like universities all across the country to kind of publish online articles. So in a way, it was kind of similar to Young Reporter. You write your article and then you send it to the editor, and they choose, to edit a bit maybe, and then they'll put it up. And it was really great to experience that, because you kind of you get full control pretty much over the articles that you write, and a lot of them actually, in general, the articles from this site do actually end up getting featured on national news, or picked up by some of the really big reporters. I know one of the articles that I was really lucky to kind of help with, I'm not going to take full responsibility, but was put on the One Show. That was really a really great platform to see it kind of picked up in that way. But I definitely think that my passion really was ignited by the Young Reporters scheme, and had I not done that, potentially wouldn't have allowed me to get the opportunity to do all these amazing things at uni. So I'm really grateful.
This sounds really exciting, and you've had a real chance to see the media in lots of different avenues. So I mean, that's a really good experience for you. So what are your plans? I mean, where do you see yourself going once you leave uni?
Oh, I'm in the process of applying for jobs at the moment. I would love to move abroad again. But obviously that's kind of permitting of the situation. But I'm not kind of closing any doors. I think a job where I'm able to speak to people, to use my languages. Not ruling out journalism, but I'm also pursuing kind of like recruitment, management consulting. I think there's a lot of different avenues for English graduates specifically. Absolutely. That people kind of, it's definitely not limited to teachers, or there's just a lot of different professions that you can go into, that I think potentially it becomes more evident once you are at the end of your time at uni, and you're seeing what's available to you. So yeah.
Well, I guess there's lots available to you, really. And you've got certainly tons of experience, which you've obviously thrown yourself into during your time at university, which is fantastic. But I'm really grateful to you for talking to us this afternoon. And it's nice to see how you have progressed since, working with the Young Reporter back in 2015. And I wish you all the very best for the future and whatever you decide to do.
Thank you. It's been really, really great to speak and to catch up as well.
This has been Diana Jarvis talking to Nicola Evans.